Would you look at this shit? Dog, I told you. There is no woman, no female that wants to be disrespected, ogled, and touched in a sexual manner by strangers all day long. As much as a motherfucker might come through with that Aisha Curry shit, motherfuckers just want to be wanted. They just want to flirt. They don't really want to go through with the prostitution shit. They don't want to do it. But it's the equivalent of these rap niggas saying, I'm a real nigga, I don't like rappers. A rapper is somebody who goes in the studio and say shit that he don't do. And then we had the same issue with Jeezy. You telling us to trap or die, but you send your son to private school. So you don't want to be treated like a stripper. You don't want to be treated like a sex object. But you will get on the song with your influence and tell my daughter, my niece, my goddaughter, my sisters, you'll tell them that this is how you supposed to do it. I ain't got no heart for no nigga. I just break a nigga pockets and get out of there. But in reality, this is what you want to be. You want to be out there on trips with the children, with that, because you just do the same as every other bitch. You just want an old man, period, point blank. You don't want to achieve shit. You don't have no goals. A nothing ass bitch is a bitch who don't want nothing. And if a bitch is just good with a relationship, and this is what I keep trying to tell y'all, now this is where you're going to have trouble in your relationship if you're someone who is ambitious, you're striving for better, trying to achieve goals, you're going to have an issue with the nothing ass bitch that you with, because she's going to be looking at you crazy like, nigga, I must not be good enough for you or some shit like that. Why the fuck you can't just be happy with what you got? Why can't you just be comfortable and complacent with what you have? And you like, are you serious? We stay in a 1-bedroom apartment. Like, you don't look at the world and want more? Yeah, I do. That's why I always play the lottery. That's why I always play the lottery. But it will get heated. It'll get real. Why you always trying to record? You always on your phone listening to beats. Like I ain't even here. God damn, if you ain't made it by now, it's probably time to be serious about some shit and settle down. When you gonna grow up? When you gonna grow up? I if you didn't heard that in your life, let it be known in the comment section. If you didn't heard that by a nothing ass bitch, a childish nothing ass bitch has told you, when are you gonna grow up? Because you're ambitious. Because you have a dream. And in the nothing ass bitch mind, going after dreams is for children. It's for children. Wanting better out of life is for children. Even though she plays that lottery religiously, you actually going out here and working to make money like the lottery, that's childish. There is no confusion to be had. Yesterday I put out a video about Meg Thee Stallion. Her bodyguard was in the pool trying to get her to stop drinking, because it's obvious now she has a drinking problem. He knows and she knows that they've had a conversation about not drinking too much in public, because you know how you get. So there was a little exchange over the bottle. She turns to the camera and you see what she really look like. Somebody just sent me a picture of Cardi B in some mall or some shit like that. Once again, looking like a fucking Arab. Dark spots all over her fucking eyes. Ass looking like a diaper. Like an ant. These nothing ass bitches suffer with low self-esteem issues. You see them without their face paint and their wigs, and you're going to get a whole different vibe from them. Whole different vibe. Now, that dichotomy of moving from those two personalities, that can lead to a bipolar disorder. She doesn't like what she sees in the mirror, so she tries her best to cover it up. And once you get in the limelight and everyone's seeing you with that shit on, you can't take it off. Because as you can see, when you do, motherfuckers just give it to you. Like, this is the internet. They're going to give it to you raw, rough, unedited, extremely disrespectful. This is why I feel so blessed to have found AO Nation, because I have people with me that fuck with me for me. I don't have to do any type of act, any type of anything. It's for me. And these nothing ass bitches will claim, I love you guys so much. Could you just let me be me? What they're doing is following the pop culture. I keep telling y'all, success has an audience. It doesn't matter whose body it's on. It just has one. So as long as you're on top, motherfuckers are, she's so pretty barefaced. Oh my God, look how long her natural hair is. And all that shit like this. But once you start doing Tekashi numbers, and those are bad, by the way, for people who may not be in tune. Tekashi he's projected to do like 45,000 first week. It's over with for him, and if you want him to die, you have to stop talking about him. Shout out to Gillen for declining that interview. This is how you squeeze somebody out the game. But this is where you really start seeing suicide, when you start seeing motherfuckers acting out, kind of looking at Tiffany Haddish with the side eye a little bit right now. But this is what that limelight does to you. Me and Body was talking the other day, and he said, nigga leave out the street with nothing but a goddamn drug habit. Nigga leave the street with nothing but a fucking drug habit. And it's the same thing. I said it's the same thing for the entertainment industry. I walked in, a hooper, athlete, good kid. I walked out with a fucking felony, drug habit, 3 children. You know what I'm saying? Just this industry does something to you. But now we have it at a point where, okay, look what you're doing. Look at what you're doing. You're telling my daughter to be a stripper and get money from niggas because of how good her pussy is. If you haven't seen that other video I dropped yesterday with the mother talking about the sex object shit, and I appreciate her for watching the show and adding on to it, because we did need a female perspective and a female to say it, and a female who's not unattractive, because if an unattractive female says it, then it seems like you hating. what it comes down to is what these nothing ass bitches are telling you. They do not believe it. They do not live by it. I'm telling you that most of them can't even suck dick or fuck good. And the only reason why that's detrimental is because that's all that they talk about. That is their whole career. They can't do one song without talking about how good their pussy is or how good the head is and how they get money from motherfuckers because it's just that good. That's it. That's it. Wet pussy, good head. Niggas pay me for my good pussy and my good head. The nigga just give me money, I ain't even have to fuck him because I'm just such a bad bitch. That's their whole album. Front to back. Front to back. "13 songs, all of them are the same song. Motherfuckers talking about, yeah, the females, they taking over. The prostitutes are taking over. And it's just a contest to see. I was looking at the girl, Miss Mulatto. I was looking at her yesterday and just seeing how over sexualized they're doing, how they're sexualizing her. And you can just tell, I can, that she's just being told what direction to go in. Once again, it's kind of like the Meg story. She can rap, and they explained it to her. This ain't the place unless you, if you're not taking off clothes, if you're not showing no skin, we can't do shit for you. None of these motherfuckers can sell without taking off clothes. Period. None of these motherfuckers can survive out here without talking about pussy, head, and getting money from old men. I did that all. I was going hard yesterday. Put that picture out. The old white man with the IG model on the beach naked. She's smiling, but in the inside, she's destroyed. She's distraught. What do you think would happen to you? Like, what do you think as a woman? I'm asking, ladies, what would that make you feel like? Having to fuck a man that you don't find attractive at all. Actually, he's kind of repulsive to you. And having to go give him head. Dick can't get on hard. Old man. He farting. Drooling. He stank. You told him to go take a bath. He still stank. Somebody said something about set it off. It was I remember a scene where Jada Pinkett was getting fucked and it it was awkward. That, like, these hoes act like, the nothing ass bitches are acting like, and this is why I have an issue, because you're not telling my child the truth once again. And like I said, everybody knows your parenting is your parenting. So, and that's why you not having a nab as your baby mama is so fucking important, because when you say, hey, we don't do that, Meg Thee Stallion, Cardi B, City Girl, we're not doing that. We're not even gonna put that in our mind. Well, if you don't go on, that shit ain't that serious. That shit ain't that serious like that. She just like the song. You're gonna run into that. You're gonna run into that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's because, once again, you were not being responsible with something so precious, your seed. We understand all the bullshit, nothing ass bitch had no business getting pregnant, all that good shit like that, but she did. And you gave her that opportunity. You follow the 3 S's, you set down your standards from the very beginning, you won't have these issues. But because you playing, you wanna Nah, you want to try to speculate on what she will and won't do. That's what happens. But here it is. Since that's the case, we as fathers, what has to be done is, and this is not to say this is anyone's personal situation, because with mine, it's understood. We don't do Meg Thee Stallion, we don't do City Girl, we don't do none of that. But I'm saying this is what you have to focus on. You're saying all of this shit about how much money you have, how niggas is head over heels for you and shit like that, and you got licks and shit. Like you're painting it like all the niggas that's giving you money is niggas like Ghost off Power, like dope boys that are attractive, gangsters that are attractive are giving you money. When in reality, the situation is a lot less appealing and sexy. A lot less appealing and sexy. But you come on this fucking song, as I told y'all, this nothing ass bitch, Young Miami, I'm sure it was her, got a song talking about I ain't gotta work, I ain't gotta work. Some shit about I ain't gotta have no job just because I'm a bad bitch. Like, that's what she's saying. And then going home telling her daughter, you gotta get out here and work. You gotta get out here and work. You gotta, gotta go to school and get you a good career. But then getting on these songs with these people that are just totally in love with you, head over heels, to the point where Meg Thee Stallion's fan base went against fucking forensic evidence. And I'm not letting up on that hoe because I want to know what the fuck happened. This bitch said that she got shot. I want to know what the fuck is going on with that. We're not letting none of that slide. But you do all this and you glorify this shit only to get up and say, I might be talking that shit on the song, but in real life, all I need is my man and my children. I'm a family girl. I'm a church girl. So is it really you that your fans are in love with? Or is it the persona? And does that matter in female rap? You wonder why people don't fuck with female rappers. What happened to authenticity? Like, if this is not how you living, you need to do the Slim Jesus. Come out and let it be known I'm just rapping. I don't really believe in that. But it's a little different because in essence you are a stripper. You take your clothes off for money. You dance naked, halfway naked for money. You are a stripper. And a very high paid one. But the same thing applies. Like, if I see Suki Hana out with her nigga and shit like that, I'm gonna say, ooh, that's that bitch with that good pussy. I'm trying to get, let me see what that thing snatched like. Let me see what it snatched like. Can he get mad at me for saying that? Meg Thee Stallion, when she get in her next relationship, because trust me, it will be another relationship. These hoes can't stay out of relationships because they need somebody to validate how good the makeup and wig is working. Because they don't have nothing on the inside. They have some on the inside. You don't mind being alone. You don't feel any type of way because whenever you want, you can jump out there. Every time you go out, a bitch is looking, and females, niggas is look. But see, with females, it's different because a nigga just want to fuck, and hoes just want to fuck too. But it's just you have a far bigger chance of a bitch trying to cuff you up than a nigga. Like, you fuck a bitch first night, she gon' she gonna wanna be boyfriend girlfriend. A bitch fuck a nigga first night, that nigga is not like, bitch, you are a fucking bitch, you a jump off. Like, we fucked on, I just met you and we just fucked. Like, I know I'm live. This is what when you get older, you got these thoughts. I know I'm that nigga, but bitch, you too comfortable. You know what I'm saying? But back then, it's like, of course she fucked on the first night. The fuck, she ain't gonna never get a chance to fuck with a nigga like this ever again. But it's just, like I said, it's just the muck, and this has to be spoken on further. Do any of you hoes live what you rap? Do any of y'all believe in the shit that you're saying? Or is it just fun to say? Let it be known. This question needs to be asked. Do you live like that for real? Or are you just making words rhyme? Do you really go and get money from older men by sucking a dick? You bitches love that talking about you a nurse because you a fucking CNA. Bitch, the same old white man ass that you washing, you get done and now you get his nigga head. Trying to get in on the wheel and shit like that. That's disgusting. And we don't want to see our young female loved ones in that situation to where now they got to start taking some type of substance to deal with the fact that they don't feel like anything anymore. Tell them about the suicidal thoughts. Tell them. Tell the whole truth. These rap niggas is some lying ass niggas, but at least they tell you about being locked up. Not seeing some of them do. At least you get to see the other side. We can't see the other side of this shit at all. We can't see the fucking STDs, the stank pussy, the suicidal thoughts because you don't feel like anything on the inside. So you try to put on the Birkin bag, 5-6 figures. What about you? Do you feel like you're worth 5-6 figures? Or do you feel like nothing? Nothing. Because your soul has been taken from you. Give a whole nother meaning to fucking soul snatching. That old white man, he took your soul. You was already scared to fuck him because you think that he a rapist and shit like that. But you wanted that big Birkin bag, 5-6 figures, fuck a nigga. But you told that white man to stop because you were crying and you were just like, I can't do this. I can't do it. And that white man did not stop. You couldn't overpower him. So you just had to lay down and take it. He got done. He put the money down. And he left. And you got in the shower. And if you would have had a gun, you would have killed yourself right then. Because at that very moment, shit became clear. And all you can think about in the back of your head was how Meg the Stallion and the City Girls and Sukihana told you how alive you was going to be. How you going to be shitting on these hoes. Will no one come forth and tell the truth about how when you sell the only thing that's truly yours, how you feel worthless? Will no one come forth and speak so that our young women, our leaders, that's going to be the first leader that our young black men are going to see, are going to know? Will no one come forth and speak and let it be known what it really is? Play how you want to play. It's prostitution. That's what it is. You can doll it up and put makeup on it and all that good shit like that. You can put fucking perfume on shit. It's still gonna be shit. All I'm asking is to be objective and to give both sides of it. Tell her how she's gonna feel. Tell her how to get through it. Tell her how you wish you never would have done it in the first place. But here you are, bragging about a Birkin bag with 5-6 figures in it. When you know that don't mean nothing to you. When you get in the car and you driving, you just break out crying for no reason. Go to the house, really don't want to come out. The only thing, and see, that's what your life takes a turn for the worse, because your quote unquote homegirl, here she is. You told her, you confided in her and told her how you feel like you just want to kill yourself after that night. And what did she do? And you couldn't see that she was a demon. Of course you couldn't. Because a demon never comes with the horn and tail. Motherfucker come with smile, a smile and something that you think you need at the time. So your homegirl came and gave you some Percocet. And it took the pain away. And in that moment, you finally got some type of peace. You were able to put it behind you for a moment. And that there was nothing like that peace. Because even if it was synthetic, even if it was just a substitute, you kind of felt happiness again. So what happened? You running around looking for the perks. As long as you got the perks, you can go ham. I'm gonna give something about that. When I was on the tabs, I would always know when I didn't have them, because before I go to sleep, my eyes would water, and you close your eye, and like water would come down, and I would always say that's from where I was supposed to be crying this month, or this, whatever the fuck. That was the tears that were unable to come out because I was feeling so good on the tabs. But now that you're off of those, you're feeling everything. You're feeling everything. But that Percocet habit, what did it turn into? Turned into dog food, didn't it? Because one day, the motherfucker didn't have no perks, didn't have no Oxy, didn't have no Roxy, didn't even have no tabs. Motherfucker told you, shit, I know them will draw hell. Shit, I got something that'll stop it, but I don't know if you want to go that far. What is it? What is it? Because you're a female and you don't, it's not cute for you to be shitting through a fucking screen door. So nigga gave you a little tink of that goddamn food in it. And from that point forward, it was over with. From that point forward, it was over with. Now you're a heroine addict. And we wonder how we lose our daughters, how we lose our nieces, how we lose our little sisters, how we lose our mothers, our aunts, our godmothers. Trying to get that fast cash. Living for the moment, living in the moment. I'm fine right now, so why do I need to work? No understanding of the future, none of that shit. Fuck all that shit. I'm bad now. When I do try to go on a job site, nigga always ask me what I'm doing working here. A man supposed to be taking care of me. and you let that nigga whisk you away. You just used to niggas handing you money. And when you a bad bitch, niggas will do that. We're retarded. Like, nigga, like, if you out here in the street, if you a street nigga, you see a bad hoe, like, you just give that hoe $100. Like, you just give it to her. Like, write your number on the $100 bill and give it to her. Like, that's what you do. And that hoe is used to that. She used to it. Like, and you know, if she a bad bitch like that, you already know. Like, I don't need to go over there, or I need to have my money straight. This ain't gonna be no goddamn wham bam, I got the swag and all this shit like that. This hoe needs some real currency. Like, you gonna have to put some money down for this. Like a down payment. This hoe gonna cost some money. And she loves that. She loves it. She loves it. But the only issue is that shit don't last forever. And so she goes from I don't know what the fuck. She goes from the young bad bitch to the old unattractive bitch. Old auntie looking hoe, because she never had any self-discipline to work out or no shit like that. Even if she did, she stopped because nobody could tell her nothing. And, because I'm just so bad. Look at my DM. I can take a picture, roll in my eyes, and they get 20,000 views and shit. I'm just so, and they become vain. But everything fades. Mother told me when I was younger, you got to get that education, because that's the only thing they can't take away from you. Once you got it, you got it. Most of these motherfuckers just get what they can get when they can get it. And then when all that shit run out, they try to go get a job at Walmart, Taco Bell, Burger King, or the gas station. You see them up there working and shit. And 6 kids, resentful about not living high on the hog. And it's someone else's fault. It's someone else's fault. He ain't taking care of his kids. How do you make money? You got 6 kids and you work at Clark's? You got 6 kids and you work at the goddamn gas station. And it's his fault? You got 4 baby daddies. And it's his fault you down bad. Okay. At the end of the day, the lies have to stop. You know that you don't like what you see in the mirror. You haven't for some time. Why can't you do something to redeem yourself and tell the truth? All day, all night, all you do is take these pictures, these risque pictures, ass, titties, toes. Meg Thee Stallion don't do toes because she got them real country feet. But that's all you do all day long, and you make that shit look good. Y'all make that shit look good. Ari is one of the best. But you check them motherfuckers. Behind the scenes. Black China is a very good example. You check them behind the scene and you'll realize these motherfuckers ain't happy. They're not happy. And this is why they're so attracted and they gravitate towards drama. Because that feels like home to them. Because it's turmoil within them. It's turmoil. It's fucked up. So this is why they do those, I'm going to go give to the homeless and all this other, anything where they can look down on someone else. Anywhere where they can go and be above someone. Finally, I feel up. But only in comparison. Only in comparison. And this has a lot to do with, once again, why people in your hometown will not support you. Just watch people, man. I don't like hanging with people that are in a worse situation than the one I'm in. I want to be the nigga in the worst situation in the room. Because I don't feed off other people's struggles. I don't feed off of that. That doesn't make me feel good. When I before, I got my shit together and shit like that, 2017, I'm walking up and down the road. It's a bitch who used to always stop and ask if I need a ride and all that shit like this. But then as soon as I got on, all that shit stopped. All that stopped. And it became something where now it's anger there. And a couple of niggas did the same thing. When I was out in the world popping pills and shit like that, to where a motherfucker couldn't perceive me as under him in the street because hoes, nigga, I don't really got no money, but I got hoes. Like, that's all you really needed. Like, so I got the hoes and shit like that. And these niggas don't. But it's like, I can be around him because he ain't going nowhere in life. He probably gonna go to jail in a month or so, and he gonna be suffering. So I can hang around him because in comparison, you are above them. But it's like you're the king of the fucking trolls. You're the king of the homeless. That don't. But a lot of people fuck with that. You got niggas who will just, niggas claim they, soaking up game, but they just want to. They don't feel like shit when they're around their peers. So they want to hang around old niggas, old smokers, old drunk niggas, old bums, niggas who are talking about how they dick don't work no more, old niggas who going bald and are not attractive. And that's hoe shit to me, because that's what a hoe would do. A hoe that got a pretty alright shape will hang around bad built bitches. So that in comparison, and that's hoe shit. So when we get all back around, what it comes down to is, if you hoes are not going to tell the truth, if you're not, the same thing I told to these young niggas who popping these pills and ain't saying nothing about the constipation, the pains, the back pains, the loss of pride when you gotta call a motherfucker and motherfucker, like the first time he caught an attitude with you and shit like that, or told you like nigga is really treating you like a junkie and shit like that, but you need the goddamn pills. The first time, going through withdrawals. And if you have not went through withdrawals yet, because you getting that money like that, I feel sorry for you niggas. You better go to rehab while you got the money. You better go while you got the money, or you're going to be at this whole like messing off. If you've not experienced withdrawals yet, if you've been popping pills for over 2 weeks, I'll go further. If you've been popping these pills for over a month, you will go through withdrawals. You might want to get into a goddamn program, because that's going to be extremely embarrassing. It happened to BG. BG shit on himself. It's not hard. It's not hard. I never did that. Like I said, I went. He was on there on that dog food like that bitch. But you'll be on the toilet all day. Your ass will be raw, because there ain't nothing but you'll be pissing out your ass. Like it's shit, but and it's disgusting. It's disgusting. But this is the reality of it. Give the reality of it. Give the fucking reality. You're painting this shit like it's just, we popping pill, nigga, getting plenty bitch, nigga, shit, nigga. I be in that bitch rapping good as a motherfucker. Nigga, it's fun in the bitch. But you don't give me the other side of it, so that I can weigh it out and say, nah, that ain't for me. having money but not having a soul, looking in the mirror and seeing a bad bitch but knowing that's not me. We're gonna see. We're gonna see who's who's really for us. Because as I keep telling y'all, nabs are the right hand of white supremacy. The white supremacists cannot get to us directly. They have to have a insurgent. They have to have someone on the inside. And that is what the nab's job is. This is why they can pay $9 a month, so on and so forth. Nothing's free. So as they're living rent free, they don't gotta pay food and no shit like that. They're paying off that debt by being modern day slave catchers. I want to see who gonna stand up. Meg, surprise me. Surprise me. Show me I'm wrong. Step up. Tell the truth. Tell the truth that you're not that sexual. You see what NLE Chopper doing? Salute him just for speaking out. And we got to talk about that also. Young Miami, Suki Hana, you've already came out and said some shit. Look what you just saying right now. Come on, speak. Guide these little girls in the right way. They're hearing your music, they seeing your TikTok, and it's all sexual, but then you get behind the doors, and this is how you really are. Promote this like you promote that. Come on, man. Y'all get y'all shit together. Make sure you hit the Cash App, PayPal. Appreciate the love. Love.